Central Section Masters Championships at East High on Saturday. The state championships are at Rabobank Arena next week. This weekend also, people may not realize, but the second officially sanctioned CIF Girls Wrestling State Championships take place in Visalia. That's starting tomorrow and going into Saturday with the state finals. Somebody who knows quite a bit about that would be Angelica Llanes of Mira, Monte. We welcome her into the studio now. Angelica, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And congratulations on another great season. You have been a two-time state runner-up.
Three-time state
runner-up. Wow, so all 3 of your years in high school, you have made it to the state final and come up just short, hoping to make it back this year and make amends for that, I would imagine.
Yes, I am.
What is your feeling now as your high school career? We're 2 days away from over, no matter how it finishes. What are we feeling?
This is it. I mean, I have give it all. You know, all I got. Just like, it's surprising. Like, it's happening so fast.
It really does happen fast, and I still get the looks from people sometimes when I talk about the girls wrestling state championship. Girls wrestling? What are you talking about? And, do you still get that sometimes, or are you mostly around people who know you wrestle and that's what you do?
Yeah, everyone around me in Kern County know who I am, so they're like, "Oh, good luck." You know, they congratulate me on all my accomplishments.
Right,
so.
but the truth of it is, you've been wrestling for a while. You said since 9 years old, since the 4th grade.
Yes.
Now, were you mostly wrestling against boys at that time, or was it kind of mixed? I mean, how do you develop?
Yeah, well, I'd wrestled boys during the season, and then at state we'd wrestle girls.
Okay, so and that's still probably the case somewhat, right? There are more all-girls tournaments now, but still not a lot.
Yes.
To get into the state finals 3 years in a row and possibly 4 is a pretty incredible achievement. Have you thought about that in terms of, I am one of the 2 best wrestlers in the state at my weight? I mean, does it hit you how special that is?
Sorta, but it does. But I'd just like to stay calm about it and relax. Just be like, just wrestle.
Have to keep it in perspective, absolutely. What style wrestler are you? I think a lot of lighter weights tend to be aggressive, light on your feet sort of thing. Would that describe you, or do you like to get into the tie-ups and things like that?
I could say I'm an aggressive wrestler, yes.
You're on your feet, going after attacking the legs, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very cool, very cool. Tell us about your bracket. You're the number 4 seed this weekend.
Yes.
So you're actually not seeded to get back to the final. Is that in your mind as disrespect, or I mean, how do you treat that?
You know, I'm just gonna prove them wrong. You know, I'm gonna make it to the finals, and you know they're gonna say like, oh, we should have seeded her first,
right?
Not 4th.
Yeah, I like that.
And you've wrestled against a couple of girls that are higher seed. You've wrestled against Soraya Jones out of Enoch. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you did that but right before the season began in international play. Is that right? And then who else in your bracket that you've wrestled against, and how do you feel like you can you stack up against them?
I've wrestled the number 1 seed in freestyle at nationals, and I've beat her before. And Soraya Jones, I lost her at Napa.
And that's Aaliyah Gold out of Canyon at Anaheim. Is that correct?
That's correct. Okay.
So it seems like it's a loaded weight class. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty stacked.
You have a 3-time state runner-up who's seeded 4th. That says a lot right there. We're talking with Angelica Giannis of Mira, Monte. She is going to be wrestling in the girls' state championships this weekend in Visalia. How was the arena set up last year? This is the first time you guys wrestled in that particular arena. It was a kind of a brand new CIF sanctioned thing. Did it occur to you one way or the other that it was a difficult place to wrestle, that you liked it?
No, it doesn't really matter the place. You know, there's just a mat there. We just go out and wrestle.
Just shake hands and wrestle. Yeah. There are, 8 other Kern County wrestlers in the state, or is it
7 others?
7, so 8 total. And you guys, I would assume, all know each other. You see each other at a lot of tournaments. Is there sort of that?
Well, and they've also been wrestling together all week,
right?
Correct?
Yeah, so we've had practice.
Is there sort of that Kern County sorority, I want to say, of wrestling sisters who I mean, are you guys close?
Yeah, a few of us are close. You know, we try to stay together, you know, represent Kern County well when we go out there to wrestle. So.
Cheer for each other, that sort of thing. And this has obviously, with the high level you're wrestling at, opened up some college opportunities for you too. Tell us where you're looking at. You haven't decided yet where you're going to go, but what schools are looking at you as a collegiate wrestler?
Well, there's one here in California. It's Menlo College. They've sent me out emails and stuff in Missouri Baptist, Illinois, Ohio, and Oklahoma, and Kansas. I've known the coaches from previous years. and they've talked to me. It's just sent me emails and stuff, and it's exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Are you somebody who wants to stay closer to home, like you'd stay in California, or you want to go see something else?
No, I want to get out as far as I can, explore the world.
Is Mom out there? Is she listening to this?
No,
Okay.
but she knows. She wants me to. She's
Okay.
like, get out of here, make something.
That's cool. We should have you. We have a staffer here. His son plays baseball for Missouri Baptist, actually. So
yeah.
that's our connection.
I have a friend out there. She came. We used to wrestle together, and she went out to Missouri Baptist.
Okay. So you are somewhat familiar with these things. Boys wrestling, do you follow it? Are you paying attention to what's happening with the boys, or is it sort of it's another world?
Yeah, it's another world. It's more competitive, that's for sure. I do have I have tons of male wrestlers friends. They tell me, oh, I'm in the finals, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So it's like.
One thing I've wondered about with girls wrestling specifically, I mean, you see the boys cut weight, and there are rules in place to where they can't cut as much as they used to. Is there a lot of cutting in girls wrestling as well?
There
okay.
is. It's the same. We still have that hydration test that we take that we can only drop to a certain weight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in both. I see it in both.
Because you've actually dropped a weight class from last year. Is that correct?
Yes,
You were
that's
111 last year, and you're 106 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Was that planned, or did it just sort of happen that you were lighter?
Yeah, it just happened. My weight just started coming down on its own, practicing, more and 2 times a day type thing. My weight just started coming down. So it wasn't much of a hard cut.
Yeah.
That would make for a really interesting 111 if you did stay, because Lauren Mason's the 2 seed, and then the 1 seed is a freshman out of Selma, Gracie Figueroa. So that would have made it really interesting at 111 if you did stay up there.
It's going to be interesting at 106, I think, too. Bottom line, Angelica, this is it for you. I mean, is there anything special you will do for this tournament this weekend, or are you trying to keep things as normal as possible?
Just trying to keep things normal, just wrestle. That's all my coach has been telling me. Just do what I do best. And that's wrestling.
They say that great things come in small packages. You might be the shortest athlete we've ever had on the show. How tall are you?
I'm 4'7".
4'7". So, but she packs a punch, folks. So you can go out and see her this weekend at Visalia. That's the state championships, Friday and Saturday, and then again the boys section championships are Saturday at East High with the state next week at Rabobank. They should let you guys wrestle in Rabobank too.
No, we could go work tables or help out as much as we can.
So you will go to the state after that?
Yeah, we plan to.
What do you think about that atmosphere? I assume you've been to the boys state championships a few times.
I haven't. But
you haven't?
No, I haven't, because it usually is around our time where we have state or CIF. This is the first time that it's our state first, then theirs.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting.
But it's different.
Yeah, it's there's more matches, there's more wrestlers, probably more fans and everything, because girls wrestling in a lot of ways is still growing. And to that end, do you kind of feel a responsibility as one of the top wrestlers to help grow the sport? I mean, is that part of what you see your mission as?
Yes, I plan to get smaller, younger girls to come out and wrestle and try to keep them, involved and go out for this sport, because it does take you places and, it opens doors for them. So that's what I want them to do.
When you were a girl, when you were 7, 8, 9 years old, like when you started, did you wrestling? Me wrestle, or is it in your family? And how do you get started?
Yeah, I just went out there. I went out and I started wrestling, and my coach is like, "You need to stay. I see potential." So I was like, "Okay." I have my mom's side of the family wrestle, but that's about it.
Okay, something I like to ask the athletes we have on the show: when you're not wrestling, when you're off the mat, what do you like to do?
Eat.
That is a wrestler's answer right there. That's how you know she's been wrestling for a while. Because when I wrestled in high school, that's all I could think about too. Okay, so do you bake? Does somebody bake for you? Cook for you?
I bake sometimes, or we just go out to eat.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter as long as it tastes good, right? Is that? I mean, seriously, when the season ends, you're
food.
Yeah, there's going to be meals on. So
there's a Sunday buffet that's just waiting for her.
That's
Yeah.
right. We're going to go to the Golden Corral or the hometown buffet or something and just gorge. So Angelica Llanes, 106 pounds. She's number 4 seed this weekend, trying to make it back to the state final for the 4th year in a row. What a tremendous accomplishment. And Angelica, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
And Trevor will be out there to cover you.
I will be out there Saturday.
Quick recap, busy weekend coming up. Tonight, Trevor, you'll be out at East, the Girls Soccer Valley Championship Division 3 against
Yep, they moved
Liberty.
it up because of weather concerns on Friday night, that there's possibility of rain, so they've moved it up. A few of the other games that are on Friday, they tried, but unsuccessfully to move them.
So that is 6 o'clock tonight, Liberty Madera Ranchos at East. Tomorrow night, a lot of the other soccer finals. You'll be at South. They're playing Wenatchee in the championship game in Division II boys. The McFarland boys will host Kennedy in Division 5. McFarland girls up at Fowler, and Bakersfield Christian girls in D4 trying to defend their title. They are at Strathmore. We also have basketball. Tonight is the girls' quarterfinals. Clovis at Garces. Centennial at Clovis North are the D1 games. Independence, the 1 seed in D2. And then the boys' quarterfinals tomorrow night, the big game in town, Centennial hosting Clovis North. You also have Liberty at Clovis West and Bakersfield at Edison. For Trevor Horn, our producers, Chris McCullough and John Farrand, I'm Zach Ewing. This is BVarsity Live. See you next week, everybody.
Bye-bye.